If you are still hooked on Tiny Tina's Wonderlands just like I am, I would love to try to convince you to start a Berserker character right now. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. In this video, I want to cover 5 reasons why you should start a Berserker. Let's get right into it. First reason is that it is officially May 6th at the time of this video's release, and are you still playing Spellshot, my guy? How long has it been? When did this game come out? 6 months ago, and you're still maining the dual Spellshot guy, so you can put Buffmeister in one hand and another spell in the other? You gotta switch it up. It's time to move on. The Spellshot was fun. You got your 600 hours worth of content out of that character, but you gotta try something new. Switch it up. Keep it fresh. There's a whole nother world of characters out there that don't use Spellshot at all, and just because Spellshot is probably the most broken character in the game at this point, with versatility, strength, dual spell shots, a skeep, which might arguably be the worst skill I've ever seen in the history of video games, but that's beside the point. Everybody's using the dual spell shots. Time to put it down, move off. The spell shot is not that tight. Okay, it's actually still super tight, but it's time to make a change, and you're going to play the Berserker. The second reason why you need to make a Berserker is that, bro, it's not that hard to make a new character. All you have to do is regrind and play through the entire campaign, which spans roughly 10 to 12 hours, while being forced to listen to nearly every single piece of unskippable dialogue throughout the entire campaign. Even if you know exactly where you need to go, you have to listen because the writers of the dialogue in this game need to make sure you've been paying attention, and it is imperative to listen to these little quips and the jabs and the stuff here. Just because you played the campaign 6 times already and you still don't have a Berserker doesn't mean you should be able to skip the dialogue. Go listen to that dialogue, get it done. And like I said, it's so easy. It's so simple to make a new character. After you complete that campaign, you're done. Just kidding. Actually, I forgot you need to grind through 35 Chaos Trial levels, which won't take that long. If we do a little arithmetic here, roughly 15 minutes for Chaos Trial completion. Scale that out times 35 for a total of 525 minutes or nearly 9 hours. So that's not that bad of a grind if you think about it. Oh, I forgot. Also, it's actually not 35 because they made it so that now Chaos levels under 20 go up by 2. So that means you only have to go through 10 plus 15 for the newest ones for a total of 375 minutes or 6.5 hours. Like, you have that time. It's not hard. Like, what do? You work, you go to school, figure it out. It's only a combined 20 plus hours to make a new character. I believe you can handle this. The next reason you should make a Berserker is because you absolutely hate the joysticks on your controller. Let's be honest, having a brand new, fresh, crispy, sticked pair of sticks is just the stupidest thing anyone would want. Why would you want to do that when you could smash your right thumbstick in for every time you want to attack with your melee, so that after a month of gameplay, you can have a stick that drifts 6 feet to the right every time you put the controller down to go check on your laundry? That's the real dream. A true gamer's sticks never fly straight. They're crooked and bent, and they are warping and wandering all over the place. With your melee attacks that are so powerful and sweet in this game, there are no negative aspects of this whatsoever. Whereas with a gun or a spell, you can shoot or cast anywhere across the map. With melee, you are even more strong because you can only punch things that are directly in front of your face. So this is an absolutely fantastic bonus for any player to try. Even cooler than just being able to melee what's directly in front of you is that most of the bosses have a mechanic, which means if you get too close, they're going to immediately knock you away or just insta-kill you. I absolutely cannot forget to mention another reason why melee damage goes right into S or God tier. It's because every other character in the game will just shoot at flying things or spell cast at flying things. Like, oh, get out of here, you little floating eyeball. What are you doing, bud? When you're playing a melee build, it's a little bit more complicated than just simply pointing at it and watching it die. You need to time your attack like a trained professional and wait until they go over low ground where you can punch them right in the face. Otherwise, they're going to harass you indefinitely until you've run out of all of your lives on the Chaos Chamber run. You might be saying, but Maid Bro, that doesn't sound like a good thing at all. Well, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to try this out immediately. You think this game's too hard? Well, try some melee. There is an endless world of opportunity with punching things, and it doesn't get old. The calling card of the Berserker is melee and frost, and I have to tell you the synergy here is fantastic. Not only does it mean that you're going to be having brutal, vicious crowd control with your ice, it also means that when you melee things that are frozen, they just disintegrate. Things that have a red health bar take a a lot less damage, which kind of sucks, but you do bonus damage to all one type of enemy in the game, which is classified as skeleton or those gray health bars. So every 50 hours when you run into these characters occasionally, it's totally worth it to be running Frost. And the fifth and final point of why you need to play the Berserker is Dreadwind goes, woo, woo! This action skill is so lit, fam. I swear to God, if you're not enjoying Dreadwind, you are doing it completely wrong. You just run up and Shrek people here, Shrek people there. There's a Shrek everywhere. There's freaking Shreks. When you go full Beyblade and you're spinning around, it makes me feel so good when I outduel somebody with the Whirlwind, the Spinny, the Dreadwind, the NATO, the... When you do it to the ogres or the goblins or the guys that spin around, you're oh, you can't shoot me because I'm Beyblade right now, bro. Time to meet my Beyblade, my guy. Let's do this. You bonk each other's sticks really hard, and it feels so good every time. I'm still not over it yet. Action skills in this game are criminally underrated, and if you haven't figured out that Dreadwind is just the slapper of all slappists, then you, sir or madam, are absolutely missing out. I hope that I have sold the desire and the passion and the fun fantastiche of the Berserker. Just get out there, give it a try, even if it takes you 16 years to grind it out to actually play the endgame content. It's totally worth it. Plus, you can also get your friends to power level you through those chaos chambers so you can just level up. You just have to grind through that campaign, which is definitely not too long, and for sure nobody's mad that you can't skip through all that dialogue. Until next time, we out.